Thank you, Chairman Cassidy. And it was a pleasure to visit with you, Ms. Chavez-DeRemer, in our meeting yesterday. I appreciate you taking the time to come visit and share your views across a variety of issues. I would like to talk a little bit today. I know that everyone in this hearing has talked about how they care about the American worker and how we make the world better for them. One of the ways we do that is we do more Made in America, which I know is very important to President Trump. Another way that we can consider this in terms of earning power of the American worker is the impact that illegal immigration has had on undermining their ability to earn higher wages. And I'm just interested in your opinion about whether or not that you think the influx of millions of people into this country who many of them are here illegally is undermining the earning power of the American worker.
Well, certainly we want to protect the American worker, and Made in America is important to the President of the United States. I couldn't be more proud to support the America First agenda for exactly that reason. We certainly want to make sure that we're focused on growing this economy. That is the conversation that I had with the President on how can we bring the American worker to be the pinnacle of every conversation that we have and supporting them and growing this economy. So yes, the influx of the mass immigration that we've seen over the last 4 years has hurt the American worker, and we want to make sure that we're supporting President Trump in his endeavor to support the American worker at all costs.
Great, thank you. Let's talk about another aspect of Made in America. If we're going to make more things in America and we're going to compete on price so that we don't have inflation, we're obviously going to need to create more productivity. Productivity comes from technology in the workplace. As we integrate technology in the workplace throughout time, it has always been a subject of conversation, consternation, but it is inevitable that technology will advance and we will have to compete. I would like for you to talk about your thoughts on the role of technology in the workplace, because we want to make jobs safer. We want to make them more rewarding, which technology can do. We also know that in creating productivity, it can create profits for business, and we want to make sure that the reward of that innovation is given to both the worker and the business in terms of who benefits from the introduction of that technology. Talk about the role of technology in the workplace as it relates to labor and how we do more Made in America with these new innovations.
Thank you, Senator Husted. We had this conversation yesterday, and how important that you've been involved from all levels representing your states. And I've talked to many of the senators on this issue, and it is a consternation about, will that replace, the American worker? And I would say there's got to be space for both, because it's going to happen. And what we don't want is for other countries to get ahead of the game, ahead of America. So how we can work together with the American workforce, the employers and the employees, and how we can work with Congress to determine what that looks like. But if there is profitability in there and we can support the American worker, and then we can have those American workers upskilled and reskilled, and this is going to be great for America to grow that economy and then share in that profit with the employees that are supporting. I think that's the key. The President and I had a conversation specifically on building that bridge between the employer and the employee and labor and business, all of that. And if we grow this economy, we can do to bigger and better things, and everybody can live that American dream, as you mentioned. So I look forward to really diving in as the Department of Labor and giving the resources, not only to those businesses, but not only to those employees, but to members of Congress who can take this story back to their states and know that the Department of Labor, and as me as a leader, is going to work on their behalf.
And a final component of that is that many, many Americans can have higher paying jobs if they have the right kind of skills. They don't need to go to college. They can get there through apprenticeships. Talk about how we can expand apprenticeships and make sure that we're helping the American workforce get the skills they need to compete, be more productive, and help America win.
And one of President Trump's number one focus is the expanded apprenticeships, is the investment in apprenticeships, making sure that we have the skilled workforce. I know as a former mayor and working with business owners and working with community colleges, that not everybody's going to get that four-year degree. We have to pay attention that they have the skills that they need, that they can connect right to the business owners in their communities and reinforce that and not have to pick up and walk away. There's nothing that I want more than for business and employers and the education departments to work together and really have a skilled workforce.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, thank you.